So this is the Vatican vault. Yeah, all the stuff that we are never told or can see, because they claim they're the first church, and Jesus was so non-transparent, wasn't he? So I believe. I'm saying I believe. I think this will come out. I do, because I think eventually the gates of hell of the Catholic Church are going to blow open. And we will find out that the Catholic Church were the ones influencing Hitler. I'm not trying to give Hitler a pass, but influencing Hitler to do what he did to the Jews. Because the Catholic Church, the Vatican, it's the Roman Empire. That's why they were once the Holy Roman Emperors. That's why they were involved in the Inquisitions. Do you know what torturous things they did during the Inquisitions? That kind of torture, only Roman empires, the kind of people that crucified Jesus could do. And then look at how they have had this mass historical child abuse problem that never gets any better, but everybody makes excuses for them. Everybody gives them a pass. They mock every single day. This church mocks God in every way. In every single way. And the very fact that anybody would hold this church up as legit with all this hidden archive stuff, you only hide all this because you know you are liars. So let me read to you what this says. So back, there was this, what was called the investiture controversy, and this was from the papacy, and this was to put a rest to the controversy. So the conflict was in medieval Europe between the church and secular rulers, primarily the Holy Roman Emperors, over who held the authority to appoint bishops and other church officials. The controversy lasted from about 1076 to 1122. My mind is still blown that any of these kings fell for this bullshit. It really is. Because I could understand it, again, before you were able to read the Bible when it was only in Latin and you just could only go back or go off what the Catholic Church said. But look, once you knew what it says you are given that power by God. So God has expectations of you. They hold no power whatsoever. They've just convinced people they have this power. They are not the first church. They are a church of the Antichrist. That is the reason why they abuse Christians, most especially Christians' children, and molest them. And why they knew about the death camps during the Holocaust. And what will come out, you mark my words, is that they were behind Hitler exterminating the Jews. Why? Well, because that's what the Roman Empire wanted to do. Look at what they did to Jesus. There's a reason Jesus said you will know them by their fruits. But let me tell you what this says. Because, the Vatican puts some bullshit like this together and says, oh, you can't question us. Oh, no. A true Christian will question you and call you out. You mock Jesus Christ every single day. You mock him. And a real Christian will say it. Everybody else wants to tiptoe around. Oh, we have to be accepting. And okay, fine. But it doesn't mean I can't say it, that you're the Roman Empire. That's who you always have been. That's why you mock Jesus Christ. And if you think Jesus Christ doesn't know it, Pope, think again. So this had 27 declarations made by Pope Gregory the 7th in 1075. These statements assert the Pope's supreme authority over both the church and secular rulers. Some of the most significant points include: the Roman Church was founded by God alone. Satan, the Antichrist, that God, but that's not a God, that's a false God, but then that's a false church too. Okay, the Pope alone can rightly be called universal. Only the Pope can depose or reinstate bishops. No, the king can. The king is the one in the Bible. Just because you make up all your own stuff, Catholic Church, doesn't mean that, I mean, people did buy it for a long time. Why people are still buying it today, got me. The Pope may depose absentees. The Pope alone may use imperial insignia. His name alone is to be recited in churches. It may be permitted to the Pope to depose emperors. No general synod may be called without his order. The Pope is to be judged by no one. The Pope has the power to absolve subjects from their loyalty to unjust rulers. You are mocking God every day. You know it. The Roman Church has never erred. They have never had any errors and will never have any errors, as Scripture attests. But here's the best one of all. All princes are to kiss the feet of the Pope alone. Let me repeat. All princes are to kiss the feet of the Pope alone. So while Jesus was washing the feet of people, the Pope is having princes kiss his feet. And you want to call yourself a Church of Jesus? Oh. So they gave this, and then I don't know what happened with the controversy, but obviously eventually the European monarchs fell into it, and they've let this is why when they told King Henry, the 7th or 8th, I can't remember, that they wouldn't give him a divorce and they'd excommunicate him. Well, let them excommunicate you. Get these, you know what, if they're going to be this, because they're nothing but bullies, this church, okay? And if they're going to do this to the kings, you have the power to lock them up. You do. You need to assert your power, and I don't mean in a mean way, but God does have expectations of you to know that it's all over. There's so many scripture verses. That's who God gives the power to. There's no bishop, no church, nobody that's over them. Ultimately, they have the power. It's what God says. It's the way it is, whether you like it or not. The Vatican secret vault, known as the Vatican Secret Archives, now renamed to the Vatican Apostolic Archives, was established in a systemic form by Pope Paul V around the 17th century. Yeah, so right there, you're just hiding stuff. You're not a legit church, and it's why. And if you paid more attention to Jesus's word, you would know that. But I don't think they want to. They are outright mocking God. Every time they abuse a child, it's mocking God. Imagine how God feels that the world continues to allow them to get away with it instead of walking away from that church. So this is what the Roman Empire before, when they were when they were at their height, this is their wardrobe, see? Just take a good look at it, the hats, all of it. Yep, that's the Roman Empire, the same Roman Empire that crucified Jesus, and the Catholic Church. Yep. And the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church. Look at how they're so color coordinated. Yeah, like you spend so much on your wardrobes that of course you don't know Jesus's word, but you don't know it. That's why you forever have been. They mock Jesus every day. They do. We know what God said about he will not be mocked. You should just go look at this. At the top it says Holy Clergy. It's all about where they can find their best wardrobe because they spend more money on their wardrobe than a woman does. When was Jesus walking around like this? No, he mocked this, which is why they wear it, because they're trying to mock God. And the reason for their tiara is, as you can see, it's different crowns. They wear this so they can let the whole world know we're the most powerful. No, you work for Satan.